Kate Middleton didn't challenge the throne. She didn't break any rules. Yet her rise may be triggering the most dangerous kind of royal tension. Because sometimes, the biggest shifts inside a monarchy don't come from rebellion. They come from popularity. Right now, there is a quiet unease moving through the palace corridors. Not the kind that shows up in official statements, not the kind you hear acknowledged in public appearances. This tension lives in the pauses, in the careful wording, in the polite smiles that last just a second too long. And at the center of it all is a woman who has done everything right. Kate Middleton. For years, Kate was the model royal, disciplined, reserved, impeccably controlled. She learned the system slowly, deliberately, and without complaint. She waited. She listened. She never rushed the spotlight. While others sparked headlines, Kate built trust. While controversy swirled around the monarchy, she became its calm center. And now, that patience is paying off in a way no one can ignore. Recent polls place Prince William and Kate Middleton at the very top of royal approval. William at 77%, Kate close behind at 74%. In a monarchy, numbers like that are not meaningless. They signal where public confidence is settling. They hint at who people already see as the future. And if you're finding these hidden royal shifts interesting, make sure you're subscribed, because this story goes much deeper than headlines. And that is where the unease begins. Because while the crown rests firmly on King Charles's head, and Queen Camilla holds her role with dignity, the public conversation is quietly shifting forward. The moment that sharpened this shift came with a single magazine cover, a headline that seemed harmless to readers, hopeful even. Kate will be a queen who really listens. It appeared on the cover of the Sunday Times magazine, a feature meant to explore the Princess of Wales's leadership style and her potential future as queen. To many, it felt like reassurance, a sign that the monarchy might evolve without breaking. But inside palace walls, that headline landed differently. Because in royal life, timing is everything. Talking about the future while the present still reigns is always risky. And praising what is coming can unintentionally diminish what already is. Royal experts cited by Newsweek suggested the article may have been perceived as a subtle slight against Queen Camilla. Not an attack, not an insult, but a comparison. The piece, they noted, may have made the Waleses appear slightly too eager to showcase their advantages, their popularity, their modern image, their connection with the public. In doing so, it risked casting a shadow, however unintended, over King Charles and Queen Camilla. Within royal households, such shifts are never taken lightly. Queen Camilla's position has been one of the most complex in modern royal history. Her acceptance was not immediate. It was earned slowly, through consistency, restraint, and endurance. She weathered decades of criticism. She endured public skepticism, and over time, she carved out a role defined by loyalty and steadiness. So when a future queen is publicly praised for qualities that sound like an upgrade rather than a continuation, discomfort is almost inevitable. If you're still watching, drop a comment below. Do you think this coverage is fair, or does it cross a line inside the monarchy? Daily Mail columnist Amanda Platel gave voice to the question many insiders were already asking. Did those so-called close long-term friends of William and Kate have permission to speak so openly? Because in royal culture, proximity equals authority. When friends speak, their words are often interpreted as sanctioned. Platel questioned whether William and Kate themselves approved the article discussing Kate's intentions as a future queen. We may never know the answer. But even if they didn't approve it, the consequences remain the same. Because silence, in this context, speaks just as loudly. Kate Middleton, by nature, is not a disruptor. Those who know her describe her as acutely aware of hierarchy and deeply respectful of royal boundaries. There is no evidence of ambition turning sharp, no sign of a calculated power grab. But monarchy does not operate on intention alone. It operates on perception, and perception has shifted. Kate is no longer viewed simply as a future queen in waiting. She is increasingly seen as the embodiment of what the monarchy should become: empathetic, approachable, attentive. Platel argued that emphasizing Kate's queenly qualities, while another queen currently holds the title, could feel like a quiet slap, not delivered publicly, but felt privately. Not spoken aloud, but understood. Inside the palace, nothing is forgotten. Every article is archived, every headline is dissected. Every word is measured against its implications. And when the public begins to rally overwhelmingly around one figure, the balance subtly shifts. This is not a story of open conflict. There are no raised voices, no dramatic confrontations. Instead, it is a story of emotional geometry, of how attention bends power. Kate's rise is not aggressive, it is gravitational. People pause when she enters a room. They listen when she speaks. They trust her instinctively. In a world exhausted by spectacle, that kind of presence is powerful. And power, even when unspoken, changes relationships. If you appreciate this kind of deep royal analysis, a like really helps this video reach more viewers. For the royal family, this creates a delicate challenge. How do you honor the present without dimming the future? How do you celebrate popularity without allowing it to feel premature? Because the monarchy depends on continuity, not replacement. Kate Middleton did not ask to become the symbol of transition, but she now occupies that space. Her popularity is not just affection, it is expectation. The public is already projecting their hopes onto her, seeing in Kate a bridge between tradition and relevance. And while that vision is flattering, it is also destabilizing, because it forces comparison, and comparison creates pressure. The palace insists everything is calm, and on the surface it is. Appearances remain flawless, engagements proceed smoothly, smiles remain perfectly measured. But beneath that surface, adjustments are happening. Roles are being reconsidered, boundaries are being felt. The monarchy is, quietly, preparing for a future that feels closer than expected. Kate Middleton's story is not one of rebellion, it is one of inevitability. She didn't challenge the throne, she didn't break any rules, she simply became too admired to ignore. And in an institution built on hierarchy and timing, that can be the most disruptive force of all. The question now is not whether Kate will one day become queen, that future feels increasingly certain. The real question is how the royal family manages the space between now and then. How it ensures dignity for those who reign today, while making room for those who will reign tomorrow. Because in a monarchy, the most dangerous tension is never loud. It is quiet, unspoken, and already in motion. And perhaps the most revealing part of this story is not what has been said, but what hasn't. Because sometimes, silence is where the real drama lives.